There was this one time I grabbed the knife and I remembered I went into the bathroom and I was going to end my life. And as I was about to do the act of, hurting myself, hi, my name is Linda Ajamai, and I want to share with you guys how God took me out of depression. I was in school and I lost practically every friend that I had around the time. And I know when we're in school, having a social life is a primary thing for us. And so it made me feel really depressed and alone in some sense. And through that experience, I was in a really depressed state. And I was thinking of, hurting myself. I didn't feel like the purpose of me living was even mattered. That people were gossiping about me. You know how sometimes girls can get catty, and so they started saying things that were not true. They started name calling me a hoe, a B word, or somebody that is, out there in that life like that. I don't know if that's clear enough, but I think you guys get the picture. They were basically stating things that were not true about me and spreading it around to people that didn't know me, right? So they were kind of destroying my name in some sense, as well as they weren't pouring into my life. And I already sensed that they weren't, I was pouring into their life more than they were pouring into mine. Or you have enough, you can't give anymore. And when people can't get anything from you that are just there to get things from you, they'll do whatever it takes to destroy your life, practically. So I was having thoughts of wanting to kill myself, having thoughts of harming myself. I wanted to cut myself. There was this continuous thought of I should just grab the knife. I should just hurt myself right now because nobody loves me. There's no purpose of me being here. And those were the thoughts that kept playing over and over and over and over in my mind. And it got to a point where I couldn't control my thoughts, and that's where it got scary, where I couldn't stop myself from thinking those things. I would wake up in the morning and that's the first thing that pops up in my head is you're a loner, nobody loves you, nobody appreciates you for who you are, you're not worthy of love, and so why are you even here? You're just wasting space. There was this one time I grabbed the knife and I remembered I went into the bathroom and I was going to end my life. And as I was about to do the act of, hurting myself, it's almost I can remember this very intense heat that filled up my body. And then I immediately started I was crying and I couldn't contain my tears, and I just kept crying and kept crying. And then I started feeling this cold chill that filled over my body, and I just started to shake, and I was oh my God, what am I doing? What am I doing to myself? And right then and there, I remember I think it was either my older sister or my younger sister, I don't remember who exactly, called my name. And the way that they called my name was what made me realize that I wouldn't be just hurting myself, I would be hurting them. And so with that in my mind, it really helped me to not go ahead with that act of hurting myself. And then right then and there, I remember I was ashamed, so I kind of I tucked the knife into my pants, and I covered with my shirt, and I just I gradually walked into the kitchen, put the knife back, and then I hurried into my room. And the Bible was literally like right next to like my bed. It was just weird because like as soon as I got into the room, that's the first thing that I noticed was the Bible. And so then I opened the Bible, and there's this one scripture that I have been told to read since I was a little girl. And so I immediately went there. And it's Psalms 27, verses 1 to 14. And it just talks about how the Lord is my light and my salvation. It basically helped me to think that God is still in my life and He's so present, regardless of what my ex-friends, what they have said about me, or what people have put out there about me, that God will still protect me, that God is still there. And regardless of what people may say, it doesn't matter. What matters and what stays is what God has written about me, what He has stamped over my life. And so with that, I started to cry again, and I prayed. And this time when I prayed, I felt a difference in the prayer. I felt God. I really did feel His presence. He honestly helped me to realize who I am in His eyes, through His lens. If it wasn't for those things that happened or took place at that particular time, I don't think I would be here. And it's honestly God. It's through His grace that I'm here today. I am a lot more confident within myself, within who I am. I definitely use the opportunities that I have to spread love and to basically speak life into other people whenever I get the chance, because I realized where I was. God helped me to realize, to use that situation that happened to me to also identify with people that might be going through the same thing and to help them along the process. So I literally am a child of God, and He's made me into this light that I am right now. And if it wasn't for Him, I would not be the light that I am. My advice to anyone that may be going through depression right now, just know that there's always a light at the end of the tunnel, okay? Always a light at the end of the tunnel. And what God says about your life is what matters the most. Not the current situation, not what people have said about you. What God has said is what holds more weight. It may not feel like it holds weight right now, but you need to sit down, have that one-on-one meditation or devotion that you have with God so you can hear His voice and hear what He has said about you, okay? And I dare you to try Jesus. Dare you to try Him, because He'll definitely get you out of that dark place into the light so that you can be light onto the world.